Your values, your life. Your values form the foundation of your life. They dictate the choices you make and determine the direction that your life takes. Your values will influence decisions related to relationships, career, and other activities you engage in. Despite this important, few people choose their values instantly. They simply adopt the values of their parents and the dominant values of society. In in all likelihood, the values that you internalized as a child remain with you throughout adulthood. Unfortunately, these values may also have query and life that querying you don't abandon is not the recession with that to go at this point in your life. What were the values you were relating with? What values are you presently live in according with? Are they same or different? Do your values bring you happiness? Destructing your values. To truly understand what values you possess and live in, you must structure them until you are able to clearly see what exactly you values and why you hold those values. Looking openly and honestly and the way you were realizing in the first step in identifying the values that you instantly grow up. What did your parents value and what values did impresses upon you? Achieving wealth. uh, Education, relaxation, status, independence, appearance. Think back your children and ask yourself several questions. What values were imprisoned in the way your parents lived their lives? What values were stressed your family? What values were reflected in the way you were regret or punished? For example, were you reluctant for being irritated in your high school class and the wing in a sport, or were you regret for giving your best effort and for helping others? Your next step in the instruction process involves looking at your present life and the values your life reflects in your response to the question. You should ask yourself what values under your answers. What do you do for a living? Are you competent employee, business owner, a teacher, slave, sons, character, or social worker? A common question that people in social groups ask is, what do you do for a living? For example, through a bit of generalization, it's probably safe to say that some who becomes an instrument banker has different values that some who becomes an elementary school teacher. What those underlying values might be may vary, but and might assume that the investment banker values money while the teacher values education and helping children. Where do you where do you do live? Do you live in high rise apartment in a city, in the suburbs, or in the country? And what values led you there? What activities do you gain in most cultural, physical, religious, political, social, and what values are reflected in those activities? What do you do? Talk about mostly politics, religions, the economy, other people. And what does that tell you about your values? Finally, persona, the most telling question reflecting What you values is what do you do? Spend your month on a home, cross, travel, clothing, education are sharing because money is a limited resource for most people. They will use their money in way that they value most over and about what people say. And other indication is their life where they spend their earning money says the most about their values. You can then ask yourself whether your current values are the same as others you grew up with. Have you gone through a period of examination and reconciliation? Have you courage choose to discard some values from upper and adopt new ones? Now that you have described your life and have a clear idea of what your values, you can say the values upon which you have created your life. You can see the whether those values contributed you to this fraction you or rank your happiness. Look at which aspect of your life contributed to on the happiness your current marine life is and ask yourself what values underlie those parts of your life. Popular culture and values. A recurring this that runs through my work is unburdening by the into values to permeate popular culture and example winning status power appearance to consumptions conspicuous consumption is a leading cause or regulate dissatisfaction the popular culture in America today, as reflected in our values, no longer has the time, attention span, or energy to devote weight and depth issues as values. It is a much easier to focus on the superficial things in other culture, choose the portions of will the goods has become the dominant value. In much our society, in the mistakes believe the values will bring people happiness. On of one of the most powerful ways in which the values was impressed on you was is how you're learning to define success. Popular culture typical definition as winning wealth, status, physical appearance, and the popularity. The more money and power you have, the more attractive and popular you are, the more social we will be. One of these definition success was learning only for most people. At the same time, our culture may losing or the more intolerant through countable being poor powers, unattractive, unpopular example, in some unacceptable with this restrict definition you make have believed. Like so many others that you were caught in the untable situation of having like opportunity for success and great chance for failure. Bring heavy accepted society as narrow definition of you success and failure takes away your power to decide how you wish to define them. Buying into popular cultures is limiting differentiation of success and failure that rather than shows definition based on your own values. You can't become truly success and happy because your forces though about that is for most people impossible to attain, and that is not truly yours. You may become successful in the eyes of society, but you probably won't feel like a success yourself, and this pain certain will bring you meaning, happiness, or real success in your life. In Explorer to reconstruct your values in a future post.